Hi there, this is Mike Sweeney from SaberCoaching.com, taking you back to 2007 when I was trying to solve a problem. I remember I had been in college years ago, and this gentleman named Mark from Collinsville, Alabama, came up to me with a can of Kodiak and a fifth of his daddy's moonshine. He said, "My name's Mark, you want to hang out?" And I said, "Mark, yeah, I do." Turns out he's a preacher now, which is interesting, but that's the first time I started chewing tobacco. And I did it for about 15 years. It's one of the grossest habits that are out there, not only for what it does to you, not only the long-term implications, but like managing different cups in your car, it's just absolutely gross. So if anyone out there has had a habit they're trying to get rid of or a habit that they're trying to instill, I want to share an approach that I took to get rid of that habit. I've been, no tobacco for many, many years since then. It was right around the time I was doing a lot of leadership development reading. I was reading Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. I was reading Built to Last by Jim Collins. And I think at the time I also saw the picture of a dude walking his daughter down the aisle with like part of his face removed. And I think that like the juices that were circulating around that particular moment for me were powerful. And I remember from reading those books, there was a discussion about, principles and values. And I decided that maybe I ought to sit down and think about what some of my values are. So I didn't really even know what a value was, but I just started kind of listing things that I cared about. I like the outdoors. I cared about honesty. I cared about learning. I cared about being a good father. And as I wrote these things down, I started to put them into different categories, and I came up with a list of 5 or 6 different values or things that I cared about. And if you want to check out my blog, there's a picture of what some of those original values were back from 2007. And from that moment, I said there were 3 things that I'm certain of. Like number 1, no more chewing tobacco. 2, significantly limited TV. And number 3, no talking trash about other people, no negativity in my life towards other people. And I would set goals around each of these value buckets. In 2009, I did a revision on this and made some adjustments to make family a more important piece of it. And then in 2017, I did another one. This one looks a little bit fancier, but it's got values listed at the top, and then it's got priorities for the year. And it's been a very important journey that's made decision making really easy. Do I value this thing? Is it this value more important than another value? And it helps me decide lots of different things, personally, professionally, etc. And I always look for congruence. Where am I behaving in a way that's consistent with what I say? So it's called espoused values versus in-use values. Am I actually performing and behaving in a way that's consistent with my values? So if I take it back to you, and I think about somebody maybe who's trying to stop a habit or start a habit, one of the things you can do is get clear on your values. And if you think about where you invest your time, where you spend your money, the activities you choose to do, you'll be able to find that there's a lot of things that you value in that. And if you're clear on what your values are, it'll be much easier to make decisions, start new habits, stop new habits. So if you want to talk values, if you want to see what that, I guess now, 10 plus year trajectory of values over time look like and how I set goals around these, feel free to look out. If you're in a situation where you're having a spark moment and there's something you want to stop, go ahead and reach out to me. I'd love it if you would subscribe. I'm trying to do more of these videos, and I hope everyone has a good one.